Welcome back, Toyota fans, to another episode of Toyota Tuesdays. I am Brian from Sixth Gear Garage, and I have with me here Clinton from Dirt Garage.
Hey guys, how's it going?
If you're new to the show, this is something we try and put on every couple weeks. It's been a hot minute, but this is something we do for all of our Toyota fans to talk Toyotas with you guys for the next hour and answer any questions you might have. And we'll also take a look at what's out there in the crazy Toyota market these days and see what kind of goodies are for sale and what things are going for.
2 weeks, 2 months, same
Yeah,
thing.
it's close enough, you know.
uh,
Well, you've been real busy, so I know you kind of
been a little
took a
busy.
break from the show because you were preparing for Moab, and you went to
Yeah,
Moab,
and then I went to Moab, and then I don't know, just been
and you broke some
working.
things at Moab, but that's no surprise.
Yeah, I worked on my truck literally every single day in Moab.
Yeah, and now you're just
um,
editing videos for Moab, so you've been
and
busy.
now, yeah, editing videos for Moab. I pulled the driving for my wife's sports. Yeah, busy. And then yeah, the first like wheeling trip back with my truck, I broke it again here. So just a berth this time.
Standard procedure, really.
Actually, the same berth I broke in Moab. I just broke the replacement one this time.
Nice.
Yeah, standard procedure.
Yeah, just your usual day of wheeling there.
Yeah, usually with 37s on toy axles with stock axle shafts, I guess.
You'll have that.
But
So real quick, guys,
yeah,
it has been like I said, like 2 months, and all my settings for the audio were back to default. So if one of us is too quiet or too loud, let us know in the chat, and I'll get that ironed out here. But yeah, I have not really been doing too much. More successfully restored a dashboard. I did that, and I
nice.
did a couple. I think I did a oil pump, water pump installation video on a 22 RE. But that's about it. Um, I did sell my 1987 Toyota, the black one, the four-wheel drive one. That was like the frame was broken in half. Um, I'm just tired of it really, and I don't need any more 22 art engines laying around. So I listed the engine for 600 bucks on Craigslist, and got a ton of responses. And some guys were like, "Hey, how much for the transmission? How much for the rear end?" So I told these guys like, "Well, you just want to buy the whole truck? Like it runs and drives,
Yeah,
um, like 1,500 bucks, and sold, sold within like a couple days."
with a ruined frame.
The completely ruined frame, and not to mention the interior had no bed. The interior was gutted 100%. It was the bare bones minimum that this truck could do to like drive on the road. But
Crazy.
yeah, someone picked it up and he's using the whole drivetrain. So went to a good home.
I was at a local Toyota dealership earlier today, and they just sold a first gen Tacoma. What do you think those go for these days at a dealership?
Oh man, at a dealership in Canadian dollars too.
In Canadian dollars, it had 80,000 kilometers,
Oh,
so it's
that's
pretty
low.
low class. Yeah,
Oh man, I'm gonna say Canadian. Let's
fifty
say
thousand miles.
50,000 miles. Okay. How about 19,000 Canadian?
Close-ish. It's
Close-ish?
24
24. Wow,
for a first gen Tacoma.
that's crazy. I was kind of thought I
Blew
was
my
going high
mind.
with the 19.
I couldn't believe it when I was looking at it, and like
Wow.
the frame wasn't like rotten, but it
Yeah.
wasn't nice underneath by any means. But yeah, no, that's just crazy. And yeah,
Now on
I
those
don't
Tacomas, I know Canada when they did their recall,
know.
they
Hmm.
actually replaced the frame instead of buying the truck back and crushing it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
no, we never bought them back and crushed them. We
Okay. In
replaced the
US,
frames.
the Toyota bought it back, gave you 1.5 times Blue Book value, and then like scrap the whole truck.
As long as it got spotted before it was 15 years old,
Okay. Yeah.
and they would replace the frames.
Yeah. So you've
If
got a
more
lot of
than
nice
15,
frames.
if more than 15 years old, then you're screwed.
Okay.
I don't think first gen Tacomas had as much of an issue as second gens where they would get redone at the dealership. That being said, there's a lot of first gen Tacomas with rotten frames. It just happened a few years too late for most people who
Yeah,
owned Tacomas at the time.
yeah, which is too
But
bad.
mhm,
But
yeah,
yeah, actually, I'm gonna pull up a video of this truck, and you guys are gonna laugh. I mean, I don't feel bad charging $1,500 for this piece here, but it was in pretty rough shape. And it's just funny because, well, I bought the truck for $500 complete. Where was this here? 1987.
see that seems like a fair price,
It
but
really is a fair price. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't had any Toyotas follow me home. I guess through like pretty much all of COVID. So before the prices got too crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see him come back down anytime soon.
No.
Just like the price of gas, man. It was
Hmm.
you guys experiencing high gas prices?
Oh yeah, when we
Yeah.
went down the Moab, it was great. You guys are practically giving away fuel.
No, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you were there a couple, what, 2 weeks ago, or
We're we're like, if you do the math, we're well over $8 a gallon,
oh, well, I can't
and that's
complain then.
converted
Jeez,
to USD. And yeah, so
that's
as I said,
crazy.
traveling to the States, you guys are giving away gas.
Yeah, I guess I can't complain then.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, it was actually really nice, which is good because that Chevy that I bought to tow my truck is a pig,
yeah.
but it was reliable.
Let's see here. Let me go over to the yeah, there she is. Is that showing up for you guys? Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is what was left of the truck. And
1,500 bucks.
I yeah, $1,500. Like I said, it ran, drove everything, but as you can see, like I stripped every part off it that I could basically use for anything else, but still kept it drivable. And see if I can. I think I showed the rust on this too. Let me fast forward here. 22R, you got a lot of rust in the front support there, and there's a
Ooh.
big old hole in the floor behind the clutch pedal there. You can see that. But that was the worst of the body rust. And yeah, nothing inside. I will say this thing was actually really quick without all the extra weight, of the cab and the
Mm-hmm.
bed and everything. But the cab was all rotted. The A pillars were all rusty. The rockers were rusty.
We got a busy chat tonight.
What's that?
I said our chat is very busy tonight.
Oh yeah, is it? Up to five.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at an Ohio frame here
Thanks,
for
yeah.
those who just joined us. And yeah, there's the.
Brutal.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. I actually stopped it because the kind of dark.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Here we go. Had to brighten it up a little bit here. There we go. That's an Ohio frame for you right there. Now, this goes all the way through both walls. There's the outer wall, and there's a hole in the inner wall right there, and there's a hole right there too. So, if you can see, this is the box here that the torsion arm goes to, and that constant twist for the torsion arm has actually pushed this whole section of the frame here, if you guys can see my mouse on the right, actually pushed it out about maybe 3 or 4 inches. It just completely broke it off from the rest of the frame.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's probably the rustiest one I've seen. Yeah, and the other side's not much better. So yeah, the guy brought a trailer out. We loaded it up, and he's gonna use the drivetrain for his Toyotas. He's got a couple Toyotas. So
22R and an
don't
87. That's interesting.
so don't buy a truck from Ohio. Um, oh, by the way, I got an email here. Go back to oh, I didn't put it up there. I'm gonna type in our email address if you want to send us some pics of your truck. We'll take a look at them live on the show. That's Toyota Tuesdays at gmail.com. Um, actually, It's been so long. Is there an underscore in that? No, there's not. Okay. Toyota Tuesdays at gmail.com. You can put the S in Tuesdays because there's someone else out there that's Toyota Tuesday. And I think they get a lot of our emails because a lot of times you guys say that you sent something and we don't get it. So there it is. Austin, he's got a new truck. Let's check it out. Wait a minute. This isn't a Toyota.
Uh-oh.
That's a second generation Dakota, I think. Yeah.
We
Haven't
got
seen
scammed.
haven't seen one of those in forever. Okay. No Toyotas here. That's his S10 on the what did he have? He had something in there Toyota related. I forget what it was. It wasn't the axles, but something else.
Leaf springs, maybe?
That was
Was
it.
it?
Yep. You're good about
Yeah.
that. You call me out every time on that. I can never remember. So send us your Toyotas and we'll take a look at those on the show here. And something else is funky here. Why is the picture so small there?
I don't know. I noticed that. Wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, there we go.
Didn't want to overwhelm you.
Oh, too big. I'm very overwhelmed today, man. I told you, nothing was like, no settings were saved. I was definitely scrambling at the last minute to get this show up. And I've had a rough week here physically. I've lost my voice. I had allergies, so I'm getting over that. I'm all nasally now. Sorry for that. If you guys might notice, I've got a shiner here on my eye and
Oh, nice.
a puncture hole in my head, which is still healing. I was working on the Acura. I'm doing a timing belt on it, and it's a V6, so I had to you have to turn the crank pulley, and there's a tool you can buy for that. However, I thought I would save some money and make my own tool, and this is actually something I made when I had the 7 Series BMW, a fan clutch wrench. But it just so happened that these two holes were the same width apart as the holes, the slots in the pulley to turn this in and turn that crank pulley to get everything to top dead center and make sure the belt's gonna go around and all that. So I was working in the engine bay. I'm turning this thing and I turned it a little bit too far and I was like, crap, I don't want to go all the way around. I'm just gonna turn it back a tiny bit. So I'm trying to turn it back, and as I'm turning it, I look down in there just to make sure the belts and everything were still cool and nothing, no teeth got skipped, and these little nubs here slipped out of the grooves on the crank pulley, and this corner
Whacked
hit me
yourself in the
right
face.
in the head,
Nice.
so hard, the hardest I've ever been hit in the head, and oh man, I just dropped everything and dropped about 20 F bombs, just hold my hand on my head. Figured it was gushing out blood, which it wasn't, but it immediately like Looney Tunes cartoons where they hit someone in the head with a bat and the lumps just like whoop.
Yep.
That happened.
I've definitely have had that happen before.
Yeah. Giant bump just popped right out and it was just swollen for a couple days. And then I got this a couple days later, and then now it's like a sort of like a light yellow brownish color. It's toward
Hmm.
the end. Had a headache for 2 days. So
Nice.
yeah, definitely learned a lesson there.
Yeah, fair enough. I learned a
Yeah.
lesson last night too. I was pulling the drivetrain from my wife's 4Runner. I decided to pull the engine and trans at the same time because I wanted it all out. Um, the engine hoist was like in the rafters of my shop, trying to get it high enough to pull it out. I didn't realize that it was caught and it was actually jerking the engine hoist sideways until I relieved pressure from it, and the entire engine hoist, engine, and trans fell on its side while it was up over the rad support. So
Oh, that sucks.
it fell like 4 feet, the 3-4 and the tranny and
It's,
the whole engine hoist. Luckily, I jumped out of the way.
oh, okay, good.
I was
Yeah.
like, that could have gone quite disastrous.
Did anything get damaged?
I don't plan on using that 3-4 anyway, so I wasn't really that upset about it. I do want to use the tranny, and the bell housing is really the only thing I could think of that would have got smashed in that. or really got hurt, but it doesn't look like it's fractured or anything. So I think it's probably fine.
Nice. Just got lucky.
Yeah, I know. It's quite a tight space in there, and yeah, it was just I didn't realize that it was caught and slightly had pressure on one side just because it was stuck in the rafters with all the weight just holding it perfectly in place until yeah started to lower it and it just went boop.
Yeah,
It was loud. My wife had to run out to the shop because she heard it. She's like, "Are you alive?" It's like I felt the thump in the house.
Wow. At least you know you got someone to come check on you if
Yeah. Yeah. I got it on video too.
Oh, nice. That'll be some good content,
Yeah, look at me being an idiot. Whatever, it happens.
It does happen. I was looking for this man, one time I dropped or not dropped. I had a it was actually from that 7 Series BMW I mentioned. I had the it was a 4.4 liter V8 on this engine stand, and the engine stand it wasn't like the beefy kind. It was the kind that have like a sort of like a T footprint, where there's
Mhm.
the rear wheels are wide apart, but the front ones are close together. And I was rolling it out into the driveway to hose it down, and my garage sort of like dipped a little bit where the door goes, and it just as soon as I started going over, I'm like, I'm not even gonna try and hold it up. I'm just getting out of the way. Went over, smashed it. It busted a valve cover and something else, and just leaked
Oh,
oil
really?
all over the place. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see any damage on the 3.4 or the trend
that's
unit,
good.
which surprises me because it fell from yeah at least 4 feet up onto concrete.
That's awesome. That's amazing, man.
Even the oil pan isn't smashed in, which it landed directly on, and I don't know how.
Wow. Yeah, definitely lucked out there.
Yeah, but I guess maybe because of the way it fell with the engine hoist, it was more of a gradual thing than if it was just dropped. I
That's
don't
true.
know.
Yeah, kind of like swung it down gently.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
swung it down a little bit gently. I mean, it wasn't, it was violent, but um, yeah, sure scared the crap out of me when it was happening, though.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah,
um,
you have no questions, no nothing
yeah, man,
today.
it's kind of dead out there. Maybe I figured people would like unsubscribe after a while, but we still have like 190 something subs on the channel. So, um,
190.
yeah. Hey,
We're getting there.
shout out to Mikey, the shop spot. He checked in.
Thanks for the comment, for
Yeah,
the chat.
I've actually finally got him into the Yoda life. He bought a I forget what year it was, third gen 4Runner SR5 Sport for I forget dirt cheap. Basically,
Nice.
kept the wheels off of it. Had the SC5 wheels. I don't know if you know what those are. More of
No.
a novelty in the Land Cruiser world, but he took those off and basically sold it for what he bought it for. So he did all right.
Nice.
Yeah. And so those wheels are now on our Weirdmobile, our Honda Accord powered by the
3 liter.
Toyota V6 on the earlier frame. So it's coming
Nice.
together slowly.
Slowly.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
for the, are you taking that to again this year?
what's that?
Is that wasn't that built for the Gambler
It
originally?
was. It
Some
was built
yeah.
for. Well, we built it first, and then kind of like we'll use it for the Gambler, and then it just got rustier and rustier and rustier. So now we're rejuvenating for another future
Mhm.
Gambler, but probably won't make it this year.
No, we'll be heading down to the OG, which is I guess next month.
Yeah, nice.
Taking the Corolla down. I just got new rims and tires for it. Should be good.
Nice. You were driving around, was it a head gasket you said it
No, I
had?
was just knocking through the winter.
Oh, knocking, okay.
Yeah, it healed itself, so I'm
Oh,
not worried
nice.
about it.
There you go. ABG.
It's good to drive down to Oregon. Could go wrong with that.
Right.
It's a Corolla. It healed itself. Don't ask questions. uh,
Got a couple comments here.
I see.
G Ritter, what's what site's the best for Yoda folk? Thinking about getting rid of my 85 SR5 extra cab 4x4. Bought new in Maryland, but now in Ohio. Um, oh, where in Ohio are you? I'm actually in Ohio too. There is
Facebook.
what's that?
I said Facebook.
Facebook, yeah, Facebook. There's a Facebook group called Ohio Toyotas. That'd be a good place to start. It's not a huge group, but it'd be a good local audience for you. And of course, the marketplace. Um, Craigslist is pretty much dead anymore. Do you ever use? Well, you don't have Craigslist
Oh,
in Canada, do you? Do
yeah,
you
it's
have
not really used in Canada.
what's?
Kijiji is
Yeah,
more
Kijiji, yep, yeah,
used, but even that, Facebook has essentially killed all other
yeah,
um, classified ad websites. It's
yeah,
just it's free. I mean,
exactly.
Kijiji was free too, but yeah.
Um, if it's like, I assume because it is from the Northeast and now it's in Ohio, I assume it's got some rust and whatnot on it. But if it was like we're talking like 9 or 10 out of 10, I'd say throw it up on Bring a Trailer or
Mm,
if you want to make
like that
some big
Toyota I
money
sent
on it.
you like last week.
Yes, yeah. Or even Cars and Bids is kind of like the next Bring a Trailer. Um, might do well on there. But yeah, probably Facebook is your best bet for something local. Hearsay, thanks for checking in. Yeah, we've been growing slowly. We took a big hit when we first switched over to the independent channel
The
for the
independent
show,
channel or individual channel.
but we're coming back, so we're getting there. And again, a lot of those those views we got when it was on my channel was people like checking in and being like, what the hell is this? And then just closing it immediately. I don't
and
think we
and
have a lot of
unsubscribing.
and unsubscribing from me. Yeah, yeah. I think with every
Yeah.
show I lost subs. So
Yeah, you don't want uploads that do that.
no. uh,
Especially when it was weekly back when.
yeah, back when we were like had time and stuff and were motivated to actually sit down and do it.
Yeah, to
No, it just seems like every year it gets busier and busier.
yep.
So hey, even if it happens once a month, it's still good to get in
Mhm.
here and chat with you guys.
Yeah.
Um, so I've got a lot of classifieds saved up here over
Sweet.
the last month or 2 months, I mean.
Couple
Where were
months.
we?
Yeah, I don't actually know when the last show was.
I
I
think it
can
was
figure it out.
March 22nd, I think it was.
It was in March.
Maybe?
Yeah, of 3/22. It's been a couple months.
Yeah, it's been
Just
a
shy.
while. Let's see. Where's my folder full of trucks? Here we go. Toyota Tuesday trucks. Um, First of all, there's something really weird I found out there that we need to look at first. Have you guys ever heard of a hold on, let me get there. It's a Hero Wagon by Toyota.
A hero wagon.
Hero Wagon.
No.
Okay. Your mind will be blown. This thing's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's not in English. I don't know what country it is in, but it's somewhere, in Asia, I'd guess. Um,
Thousands of how-to videos so you can learn to do it yourself. You
skip
can
the
order
ad.
สวัสดีครับวันนี้ผมจะมาถ่ายไฮรักฮีโร่วากอนนะครับ
So
รถอย่างละอ
it's
อกมาตั้ง
sort
แต่
of
80
a
90 นะครับ
Forerunner, but with four
เท่มาก
doors
เลยครับคันนี้
and a longer
เรามาดูกันนะครับผม
cargo area in the back.
ห้องเครื่อง
Looks like a
สะอาด
hearse.
นะครับสวยงาม
Kind of
ครบ
does
นะ
from
ฮะ
the
เป็น
angle.
เครื่องดีเซลเดิม
From what we're
ๆ
used to
ผม
seeing, it looks so
รถ
long.
คันหน้ายัง
But
อยู่ครบนะฮะรุ่นนี้ช่ว
yeah,
ง
it's
หนั
got a
ก
diesel under the hood.
สมบูรณ์มากเลยครับคันนี้ผมให้ดูโดยรวมนะครับผม
I'll translate for the guy.
เรามาดูกันนะฮะ
Here, actually, I'll just turn that off since we don't know what he's saying anyways. But yeah,
like
Hero Wagon.
Tercel wagon with a 400 body kit. I don't even know what that is. Oh, whoa! Look at those sideways benches.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's cool. Is this like an entertainment center in the middle?
It does almost look like a gigantic TRD Tercel, like the four-wheel drive Tercel wagons, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, but like with the 400 body kit.
Yeah, like on steroids.
I like it.
Yeah, so from basically here up is Forerunner, and then this is all Hero Wagon back here.
And it's all-wheel drive?
You know what? I don't know. I'm not sure because I just noticed right now it's got the
The 4Runner like front end is like confusing me.
It's got the two-wheel drive front fender on it and the front
Okay,
bumper,
so
so
it's
maybe it's two-wheel
probably
drive.
it. But why would they build that into it? I don't even know. Because Tercel wagons are four-wheel drive.
They are. Well, it's on the same scale as
Like,
a 4Runner slash Hilux. You know, it's the full
you
size.
think it is
Yeah.
full size?
Oh yeah, because the doors are the same and the grill's the same as the truck and all that.
What
And wait till
year
you see
is
the
this?
inside. It's like an exact replica of the 80s pickups. Got a nice roomy back seat, and
Is
yeah.
this some custom job?
No, no, this is a real thing. I looked it up, and you can.
Like it's not like Trekkers that got modified by Winnebago. It's
I
like it is an actual Toyota product.
I don't know about that because I couldn't find any other videos except for this one. But yeah, it's got the full, pickup slash first gen 4Runner interior on it. The door panels, the dash, and all that is all original. So it's that size, but it's just like longer. And it's yeah. I'm very curious if it's two or four-wheel drive now. If you got me wondering, it's automatic, or is that's a manual? But I don't see a shifter for the transfer case, so I'm guessing two-wheel drive.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird, isn't it?
Vintage 1989 Hilux Hero Wagon for sale in Thailand.
Thailand, okay.
Just like you have me curious, so I'm opening it up on my computer. Weird.
Yeah, back to the outside there. So yeah, you can see the front's exactly like a pickup or a 4Runner, either one. But yeah, yeah, I don't see. I can't tell if I see an axle back there or not. I don't think I do. It doesn't look that beefy back there. So I'm getting, or I don't know if it's four-wheel drive or not. Or yeah, I don't know. Is he gonna show us?
I don't know either.
Yeah, very strange. So yeah, there's one more look at it. It looks like a giant Tercel on steroids, but it's actually a sort of a modified pickup 4Runner from the doors back, basically. Oh, close that.
Huh. There's not a lot that comes up when you look it up.
There's not really, and like you said, maybe it is like a aftermarket thing.
Yeah, it might have been like some overseas thing like we had. Um, yeah, Trekkers here. Maybe there was another company overseas that tried the same thing with Toyota's 4x4s
Yeah,
back before the 4Runner was a thing. I don't know. Either way, it's cool, but
it is cool.
I'd like more
It'd be cool to
information.
have. I like the rear, the sideways bench seats. That's kind of cool. Um,
Yeah, yeah, it's like makes it like a limo.
so we'll go ahead
It
and
looked like a limo on the back.
yeah, I mean that thing it looked pretty big, and there was like a weird. Did you see that big box? It had like a bunch of speakers in it or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
so on Wikipedia it says that in Thailand, the Hilux Hero was a thing. So I think it was Thailand only.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Well, we're
Really
halfway
cool.
through the show. Should we check out the marketplace and our three viewers can play you guys can play the price guess game if you
Guess
want
the
to.
price game.
I've seen some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, get this open here. We'll start with one right here in Ohio. I found a nice truck for sale in Ohio. Fortunately, it's out of my price range, so I won't buy any more Toyotas.
Darn, most of the nice ones are.
Um,
Even the ones are out of my price range.
yeah. Oh, that's mine. Here, hang on. So this is
That's
a
yours?
yeah,
That's not the one?
but it's a lot like mine.
It would be out of my price range if I were to buy it today too.
There we go. This thing's really
Same
clean.
truck.
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? This is
Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. All right, showed you guys the price. Can't guess on this one. Sorry.
I bet they're asking 14 grand.
Oh, good guess. All right, hang on here. I am not ready for this show today. I
Just
apologize.
fumbling your way through it, eh?
And trying to open up Photoshop, and my computer's angry. Probably should have restarted it right before the show. Anyways, all right. So it's a 1985 SR5. It's got a Bob bed. It's from Arizona, which, right then makes it worth a lot here in Ohio. Clean body, nice interior, some worn spots, he says. Clean frame, 22RE, rebuilt recently. 35s on beadlocks, 488s. Detroit's on both axles, dual cases, 4.7s in the rear case. Winch, and does everything right. So 14 grand. I feel like that's a pretty good price. 279,000 miles, but has been rebuilt. So
Unfortunately, that's a good price. Yeah.
yeah, that is a very
Just
good price
based off of everything else
for this truck.
that is out there.
So
It
there's
does
the
look really
underside.
clean. The
Yeah.
bob looks like it was done really clean. Oh, the frame looks really good.
Frame is really good for being in this state.
Front axle super clean.
And
I like how they deleted the anti-wrap bar on the front axle, but kept the bracket.
yeah, yeah. You don't need to get rid of that bracket.
No.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't know why Toyota ever bothered with that
Yeah, that I don't
on
know
these
either.
trucks. Like, but
Yeah, the cleanliness of this Bob bed amazes me because most Bob beds people don't really care about a clean body.
yeah, I thought it was like a fiberglass bed that they bought shorter bed sides because you can do that, right? With like, I think it's ToyotaFiberglass.com sells bobbed bed sides.
Oh, they do. Okay,
Yeah,
nice. They've got everything, man.
yeah, they do. Yeah.
If you don't mind waiting a
If you
lot,
don't mind waiting a year
yeah,
or 2 or 3, yeah,
or driving to Canada.
or driving to Canada, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, just really clean. I like usually you see something like this and it's pretty beat up. So I think that's well worth the 14 grand. That's got to be fresh paint, I assume. But being from Arizona, I don't think
Oh,
it'd
that's a
be
good picture.
rusty. Yeah, look at the inside too. He went all out.
Well, this guy knows how to sell his truck. I mean,
He does.
I've seen so many ads where they don't even bother cleaning it.
Yeah.
This guy clearly shined her up for the for sale ad.
Yeah, he's trying to get his money out of it, so good for him.
Doesn't look like it's been wheeled.
No, at least maybe it was and he cleaned it up and painted it. I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's definitely straight.
you should see the box damage that my truck got
Oh, I
a couple
bet.
weeks ago. Ethan from Grindhard came to my house for my birthday party. We just did a birthday bash,
Oh.
went wheeling, and I let Ethan drive my truck, and not even 5 minutes later, he caved in one of my box sides.
Oh no. Your truck was pretty clean too.
Rubbed it on a tree.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It's mostly clean. It looks clean in videos.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If I was worried about that happening, I wouldn't have let somebody else drive my truck.
That's
So what I want to do is I want to build like a full tube bed for it that has an integrated like roll bar in it, because we can't have like exo cages and stuff where we can build a custom bed and integrate a roll bar into that. So I think I might want to do that just for that exact reason of rubbing on trees, because I rub my box on trees all the time. Normally it's not deep enough to leave a massive crease where it can't be popped out.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look down my box, it's very much like this. Like if you look straight down at it, it's not straight at all. It looks like it in videos because I have like a matte color. you don't see any weird reflections making it look
looks great in videos.
Yeah, exactly. In person, it's a completely different truck. But it's also a wheeler, so
Exactly.
is what it is.
Yeah.
It's purpose built. But It was a fun day, anyways. That's when I broke my axle shaft again because I'm too cheap to buy the expensive parts.
All right, here's another one. I'm gonna get this right. This will be a good guess because this one there's not a lot of photos and it's in pretty rough shape. So
$500.
it's a good start. This is
Oh,
a
it's a first gen. It's not $500.
it's a first gen. Let me get all my windows out of
It's
here.
got boggers. It's got fancy shock hoops on the front that are blue. They're color match.
Get some of my crap off the. There we go. Yeah. So this is
Oh, the roof is rotten.
yeah, it's very rotten. This thing looks like it's from Ohio. 4x4. He calls it a mud truck. And Clinton, you're about to throw up in your mouth a little bit here. Where is it? Where is it?
4.3.
Oh no, you're gonna.
Small block.
Yeah, there it is.
Whoa.
So it's got a Chevy
Oh,
small block.
nice floor.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. Where was it? Man?
So I'm gonna say because it's small block, and somebody put in like I'm putting the work to put it in there. He probably thinks it's worth a bit more than it is.
Those are 38.5-inch boggers, by the way. Runs but can't drive due to no brakes currently.
Nice.
And he says has extreme rust in all caps, and that's what we're looking at
Extreme
right
rust
here.
is not an understatement, I guess.
Like
The floor is good.
yeah,
If it breaks down, you can always Flintstones it.
exactly. Look at
Oh,
even.
it's missing a clutch and brake pedal. Period.
Yeah, it is. I guess
You don't need to stop or
when he said
clutch.
no brakes, he meant literally there is no brakes. Yeah, it does need brakes.
I mean, maybe it's an auto. Did he say he was
Oh,
running
you know
the
what?
Chevy drivetrain too, or
I'm looking here. Look right under the clutch. I guess it's the brake pedal, and there's something black behind her. So I think the gas pedal's like behind it.
you think it's a weird angle?
Yeah, I think it's a weird angle. I think it just has no clutch pedal because it's an auto, and that's just the gas or the brake pedal, which is all rusty. And then I see something black and
that's-
square back there.
I don't know.
It's got to be the angle. Yeah, because there's a top of it right there. Can I get it
Yeah.
any bigger on this?
Maybe. I don't know. You're looking at it on a bigger screen than I am.
Yeah. Yeah, there. So it is there. It's just hidden. But still.
I think I can see the black thing. Either
Yeah.
way, look at all them speed holes.
Yeah, look at all the look at the door jamb too.
The dash has speed holes.
Yeah, even the dash does. Yeah. So there we go. 35. The tires are the boggers are honestly the nicest part of the truck.
The frame looks like.
Is that an old Datsun truck front end on there?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out too.
I think it is like an old Nissan or Datsun. I think it was Datsun before Datsun when they had that style of grill.
I hope it's no more than like $1,500, but it's probably more.
I know it seems like when you see someone selling their mud truck, they think it's worth gold. But this guy,
That's what I was saying because it's got the 350. So I'm like, oh, I put all this work into it. It's for flaws.
yeah, this guy was actually reasonable, 1,800, and it sold. So someone probably offered him 1,500 because he said 1,800 or best offer.
I'm pulling, or sorry,
Yeah, buy it whole.
buy a whole 18, or I'm pulling, keeping motor, trans, TKs, axles, tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he basically, you give him $1,800 or best offer, or you're just buying a pile of rust.
Yeah.
What else we got
That's
here?
crazy.
Another what I consider to be a pretty good deal. This is a. Why are they so small today? Get this bigger here. All right, this is a 1986 pickup. It's a four-wheel drive turbo model. Very rare. It's got an auto trans. How many miles does this have on it? 277,000 miles, so it's up there. He says it's not perfect. It's very original. It does pass smog, so it's in California.
Hmm.
No chassis rust. Very light rust in just a couple spots. There's the engine bay. See a little bit of that light rust there. He says it was his hobby truck and he's ready for a new owner.
22 RE Performance.
22 RE Performance, yep.
Hmm.
So pretty rare to see a turbo truck nowadays. Interior is in good shape really for a West Coast truck. Usually these are really faded and brittle. So
And they want what, 16 grand?
I would have thought he would have wanted more, but surprisingly, you're way high.
Thank goodness. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. This one sold for
Nice.
$7,650.
That's a steal.
That is a
compared to-
steal. I mean, just those
like-
just these turbo seats alone go for like over $1,000 in good shape anymore. It's insane what these turbo trucks are worth just because the parts are so rare. But yeah, 7650.
Yeah, it seems like a really good deal, actually.
Very good deal. There are still good deals out there. So
I mean, I still think it's robbery, but it's a good deal when it comes to a lot of other trucks.
for being turbo 4-wheel drive, I think it's a pretty good deal for somebody.
Well, that's why I was aiming high with my first guess.
Yeah,
Because they're like, oh, someone thinks it's worth a lot of money, guarantee.
exactly. This guy was out of his senses when he listed it.
This was my hobble truck.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else do we have? Let's look at some newer stuff here. Here we go. Second gen 4Runner. Oop, I think I showed you the answer. This one, another good deal. We're looking at lots of good deals today. 1992 4Runner 3.0 4x4. Doesn't run and no transmission. That's all we know.
Caved in panel.
Yeah, it's got
the door.
some rough edges here, but it's in California, so obviously it's rust free.
Oh, it's one of the TRD off-roads.
Yeah,
Totally existed when that came out. I like it. And the big chrome exhaust tip, it was owned by a teenager.
yeah. Both fenders are apparently smashed up. It's got the AR39 American Racings, those sort of weird 3-spoke wheels that you always see.
Looks like somebody painted the hood black at some point. Yeah, it was owned by a teenager. TRD stickers, chrome tip exhaust, gotta be. Oh, interior's a little rough.
Yeah, a little bit rough, but
Ooh, that back bumper looks nice.
it doesn't it? Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
this is
like that chrome looks good.
it does, yeah. So what's your guess on this one since we're playing this with one person tonight?
Sorry, did it run and drive?
It did not run and it had no transmission.
Oh,
So you're basically buying a roller.
$1,000 at most.
Okay. $500.
500?
$500. Yeah.
There's a ton of good panels on
There
there.
are a lot of, I
Like,
mean, just yeah.
The bumper, the doors, everything looks really good.
Yeah.
So much, but I mean, somebody could buy that and throw in tranny and an engine if it needs it, and turn around and make a bunch of money selling it.
Easily. Yeah, or just have a nice car, a nice truck for sure. Let's go let's see here. Go back with an old school one here. What do we got?
Have you seen Whistling Diesel's Toyota collection? Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I saw that
Crazy
video.
the amount of Toyotas he's collected.
That was pretty cool. Although, you know how
they're all gonna die.
Yeah, I think he's gonna kill the one for sure. The one that looks like the one he had before.
Yeah.
He
The one he
alludes
has
to
rigged.
that. Yeah, just to kind of pick up where he left off because the helicopter kind of did it in the drop. But he says he uses the other ones like around his property, which makes sense because it's like the perfect truck.
Yeah,
for
but
that.
why does he need four to go around?
Why
his
does he need-
property? I'd like to think maybe he actually likes it and he plans on keeping one, but I don't. I doubt he's just gonna kill the one.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think he's gonna do like exactly what Top Gear did: light it on fire, put one in the ocean, and I know for a fact they won't survive fire. But
He says something about Hawaii with the volcano.
yeah,
I don't
he's been
know.
talking about the volcano stuff for a long time
Yeah, it
too.
does. So I don't
That's
know if
it.
one's going
I don't
over
know
to
what he
that.
thinks he's gonna get. I don't know.
I don't know what's
He also
happening.
said he's going to invade British Columbia in one of his videos recently. So who
Yeah,
knows what the heck the guys on are up to?
yeah. But I mean, yeah, I mean, he also has what, like two Nissan Skylines and
He's just got everything.
yeah. So why not have four
Lamborghini,
Toyotas? You know?
R8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he can
R8.
afford to
Bought a
apparently.
Lamborghini and yeah. Unless it comes
Yeah,
out like I'm not suggesting this is, but would it be ironic is if he's like one of these guys that is like faking this whole thing, this whole like his whole wealth, you know, and these cars are like rentals
could
or
be,
I don't know. But at
but
this
he
point,
destroys them.
yeah, yeah, that's
Let's just
true. I
claim
guess
insurance on everything he
yeah,
destroys.
yeah. But at this point, he's pretty
I don't know.
invested in his new property and everything, so I doubt it. I doubt that'd be the case. But
Yeah, that's true too. I mean,
I would laugh though if he came out and was just like, "Hey, I was just faking the whole thing, guys. I just have like one truck."
yeah. I mean, the guy gets like 20 million views a month.
Yeah, it's insane.
So he definitely should be making enough money to sustain. Although, and I'm sure he sells a lot of merch too. And some of his merch is crazy. He's got like T-shirts, or he sold T-shirts that say this is
That's
$1,000
not.
T-shirt,
Yeah,
and he sold out of those
yeah, that's crazy.
just because it has text that say that it costs $1,000. Which I mean, it's I guess smart, and not everyone can pull that off, but he did.
Yeah, yeah, he's a kind of a marketing genius in that aspect.
I think yeah, yeah,
Definitely thinks outside the
agreed.
box.
Yeah,
Hey, and that's why he's has
why
what
he's
3
successful.
billion subs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, I can't remember if we looked at this in March or not. If this looks familiar, let me know. This is a 1978
that
Toyota,
front grill guard is interesting.
isn't it? A very
Mm.
rustic, homemade. 190,000 miles, manual transmission, and this is in Arizona, so you know it's not too rusty. New seat covers, pedals, lighting,
Well
radiator.
patinaed.
Yeah, very well patinaed. Sending unit, turn signals, battery, brake pads, shoes, rotors, master cylinder, brake cylinder, slave cylinder, fuel lines, do everything basically. Um, Tuned stock carb on 20R runs very well. Let's see.
Bed looks clean,
Says doesn't really need anything. Um,
except the paint job.
yeah, except the paint job. Let's see.
Also, when people say it doesn't really need anything, means it needs things. It's got some issues. It's drivable, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
recommend it.
yeah. Just don't. I wouldn't drive it too far.
Yeah, don't take it on the highway. Might wobble.
Yeah, definitely destroyed by the Arizona sun though, for sure. And that's
There's
actually
so many
okay.
different tones of blue on it.
So looking at this picture, it's actually been repainted blue at some point because they painted right over the VIN tag. I might have thrown a couple pieces of tape on that to mask it off.
You don't need those.
Yeah, you don't need a VIN tag. All right. Yeah, I like the bed though with the dually
The dually
flares on it.
fenders.
That's pretty sweet.
I can't say I've seen a first gen dually that's
Very
not an
rare.
RV.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that has a bed. I don't think I've ever seen one of a dually bedsides. Frame looks all right. Cool.
Yeah, you gotta guess on this guy.
I-
It's so weird.
1,500. Two grand.
Oh man, you're insulting the guy.
Am I actually?
You're wasting his time.
It's 2-wheel drive. It's a piece of junk.
But it's also in Arizona where you don't need four-wheel drive.
It needs a paint job.
That's debatable. Patina's popular.
That's not a good patina, though. That's not a tasteful patina.
All right,
What is it actually?
you're gonna be in shock. 5750. I mean, it's 43 years old now. So,
I hate it.
or 44 years old. It's basically rust free. Mechanically, it's good. Just needs a little bit of a needs a paint job. So
7,500.
7,500. That's a bad figure, but yeah, 7,500 for that. I think that's pretty cool, man. You'll never see another one of those on the road.
I'd rather own
Oh, I'm sorry, it was 5750.
a Hero.
What's that?
I'd rather own a Hilux Hero.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be a little bit more useful, I think, because you're not gonna haul, a fifth wheel or anything with this. But it's pretty cool though.
You're not gonna do much in that, but just be mini truck guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Make it a dump bed on the back.
Yeah, you could make a
That would
dump
be
bed in the
fun.
back. That'd be kind of cool, actually. A little mini dump truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's go back down here to here's something different. Speaking of Tercels, it's not a good start picture. Hang on. Where are we?
Nice.
We have a picture of the whole car. There it
Ooh.
is. There it is.
Oh, it's 4-wheel drive.
Um,
I like it.
and let me get my info up here.
The color is ugly, but I like it.
There we go. This is a 1986 Tercel SR5 4x4 wagon with a 6-speed manual transmission.
6-speed.
6-speed manual. 270,000 miles. Listed 2 weeks ago, and it's still available, which is surprising. Makes you wonder if there's a red flag there. But
I've seen these guys for like $300 to $500, like all day long.
let's see, the car's in it's in Montana.
Nice.
He says a little rust. Comes with a second set of studded tires. Needs a top-end rebuild, no compression, and number 2 cylinder.
There it is.
Yeah, let me get some other pictures here. It's a valve issue.
All right.
Needs at least 1 motor mount, so maybe 2.
It's a $400 car. Final answer.
The car was stolen and abused.
$300.
See, price, yeah. Free firm on his price. Still flying around town and drives around. It will do 60 miles an hour, but it takes a while. Before the theft, she would run 75 without any issues. So that theft really did some damage.
It got bad compression on the theft.
Yeah, the thieves did it.
The thieves did it.
Yeah, the thieves must have did some damage to the valve train.
Yeah.
Wait,
right.
Don't state your price yet. Third gear is a little grindy, but a double clutch. I actually didn't read this whole thing before. This is hilarious. But a double clutch remedies most of the time.
It's got to be sub 500. 500 or less.
I see why it's still for sale now after reading the whole ad. It's fun to drive and kills it in the snow and ice. And then he says, "No, I won't take 200." What a great ad. Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say the guy wants $1,200 for it.
No, you should take 200. That's what it's worth.
Yeah, that is why it's still for sale.
Running and driving, like they're a $500 car.
Yeah, hearsay said 600. Yeah, I might have thought that too, but after reading the ad, I think that's even generous. Basically, there's nothing really good about it. The transmission grinds, the engine needs work.
And they're not
tires.
like, I mean, they might be sought after, but I don't think anyone's gonna be picking that up to like then dump another $3,000 or $4,000 into it just to make it a decent daily driver when I could have bought a good car.
Yeah, I mean,
Or-
it's not that rusty, but there's probably a lot of rust hiding underneath, I'd guess.
yeah, guarantee. But like, if it needs an engine and tranny and whatever else was damaged from it being stolen, that's easily a couple $1,000s. So you need to put into it right away.
Yeah, it probably uses a lot of oil, so maybe the bottom end is
Yeah,
bad as
it
well.
probably uses oil. They have oil sitting there on the ready.
He's got the spare oil in the engine bay.
That's how you know it leaks oil or it
Yeah.
consumes it.
So yeah, that guy's dreaming for sure.
It's like, or when you find people who have like coolant ready to go, it's like, oh, this thing's got
Yeah.
a bad head.
Yep.
Oh, we're at almost time.
Oh, we are. We are. That's good, man. I need
That's good.
I'm getting more and more nasally. I need to go blow my nose off camera.
Fair enough.
So go back here, split screen. So everybody, thanks for checking in.
Yeah, thanks for chatting with us, Mr. Hearsay Henderson.
Yeah. We know it's been a long time, so we'll try and get back in here a little bit more often now that things are getting back to normal. But
Are they?
are they? I don't really know. I know. As soon as I finish this timing belt and get this Acura done, I'm going to start on my 1980 Toyota. That's my next big Toyota project.
I'm actually like 3 or 4 weeks ahead on videos at the moment.
Man, that must
That's
be
nice.
nice.
I haven't been in this position in years.
Yeah.
Is you film multiple videos in a trip and be ahead.
Nice.
So now everything I'm filming like this week is stuff that I'll be using in like a month from now.
That's awesome.
Which is
That's
pretty
nice
cool.
padding.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Yeah,
now?
it's a good place to be.
what's
My
good?
wife's 4Runner.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, the frame off restoration 4Runner. So lots of videos come on that one.
Very cool.
Uh,
All right, guys. Well, stay tuned to
Yeah.
obviously subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned to my channel. I always post in my my community tab if there's going to be an upcoming show. So we'll keep you updated as to when the next one might be. So thanks for checking in and have a good night.
See you guys.